ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
We have a sleeping giant that is in the backcountry.
A warning from firefighters. The Valley Fire could get worse. The race to get control before Santa Ana winds kick up. And ready to lose power at a moment's notice. Neighbors brace for safety shutdowns as dangerous conditions close in. Plus, how the pandemic is putting a strain on animal rescues and the call for volunteers needed now more than ever. More than 1,000 people at risk of losing their homes as the Valley Fire rages in the East County. Thank you for joining us on this serious news day. I'm Kimberly Hunt. More than 17,000 acres have burned southeast of Alpine, mostly in the Cleveland National Forest. At least 11 homes and 25 outbuildings have been destroyed. Right now, the Valley Fire is only 3% contained. We have team coverage as firefighters race against time to get flames under control. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is live just south of Alpine, where crews are bracing for Santa Ana winds, which return tonight. Mimi.
And Kimberly, the huge concern isn't what's happening right now, it's what could happen later on tonight. We're on Lyons Valley Road here, and you can see the fire has already ripped through much of this area here. The land is just entirely scorched, and before the winds pick up again this evening, fire and county officials are really just asking everyone to be prepared by having an evacuation plan in place.
We have a sleeping giant that is in the backcountry. We need the public to heed the warnings.
In just a few days, the Valley Fire has exploded in size in the East County, burning thousands of acres of land, nearly a dozen homes, and keeping hundreds of firefighters busy working through the day and night.
We started out here to the west. The last 2 days, we've had significant growth of over 5,000 acres a day.
Winds are expected to shift again Tuesday night into Wednesday. CAL FIRE officials worry things could get worse as the Santa Ana winds return. The goal right now is to get a containment line around this area in red, keeping the fire from spreading even more.
And while we have focused tremendous effort on the west side of the fire, tonight the winds are going to blow, and this fire has the potential to burn.
Sheriff Bill Gore says so far more than 1,400 residents have been told to evacuate their homes. With more evacuation warnings in place now, people are urged to be prepared.
It's so critical now that you prepare those emergency kits.
He says have a go bag ready with prescription medications, have 3 days worth of food and water, and also have plans in place for pets and large animals.
You should know once you've been evacuated from a certain area, you won't be allowed to return to that area.
And county and fire officials are asking people to head to readysandiego.org to download the SD emergency app for fire notifications for those who do live in this area. Right now, again, the fire is only 3% contained. We should be getting an update in just a couple of hours, and of course, we will bring that to you. For now in Lawson Valley, Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
All right, Mimi staying in the fire zone to give us coverage throughout the evening. Thank you for that live update. And right now, evacuation orders are in place for Barrett Lake Dam, Corte Madera Ranch, just south of Pine Valley, Corral Canyon, and Los Pinos, all areas west of the Hopatool and Lyons Valley Road intersection. Lyons Valley Road areas out to Morena Reservoir and Carve Acre. Evacuation warnings also have been issued for Lake Morena, Dulzura, Dogpatch, Potrero, Campo, Honey Springs, Barrett Junction, Deerhorn Valley, Corte Madera, Pine Valley, and areas from Lyons and Hopatool Road to Highway 8. People there should be prepared to evacuate at a moment's notice. Evacuation centers have been set up at Steele Canyon High School and Joan McQueen Middle School. The Hamul Dulzura Union School District has extended school closures through tomorrow. It says classes will not resume until Thursday at the very earliest. We'll let you know if that's extended even further. SDG&E says it may shut down power to reduce wildfire risk at any time. Nearly 17,000 households have been warned they may lose power through Thursday. And this includes neighbors in Alpine, Mount Laguna, Palomar Mountain, Pine Valley, and Ramona. People are urged to make a plan for their family, for their pets, as well as their livestock. Grid operators will make the decision based on wind, temperatures, and the humidity conditions in the coming days. Historic. That is the word Governor Gavin Newsom used today to describe the intense and unprecedented wildfire season in California. Nearly 2.3 million acres have burned so far, and 42,000 people are under evacuation orders.
So this is a challenging year. It's historic in terms of magnitude, scope, and consequence. And it also has required us a deep reservoir of resource.
The governor says so far we've had more than 900 fires statewide since August 15th. Many of those were caused by dry lightning strikes. 14,000 firefighters are currently deployed and working around the clock to get the fires under control. 8 people statewide have died. Now let's get out to meteorologist Angelica Campos. She's tracking these dangerous conditions this afternoon. Hi, Angelica.
Hi, Kim. So far this year has been so unfortunate with so many situations, dry lightning, and now the Santa Ana winds. The Santa Ana winds don't necessarily fuel fires, but they do spread the flames. So if there's one, it makes things really worse. And we're expecting the conditions to be critical. So with the fire in the county burning, that is definitely a critical scenario here. The winds so far are not that bad. They're averaging 12 miles per hour in Alpine, about 10 in Mount Laguna, 15 in Julian. But we are under a red flag warning, and it will be in effect until 8 p.m. The wind gusts, as you know, they pick up speed, they slow down. At times, they could be as strong as 20 miles per hour, others up to 55 miles per hour. So here's what the futurecast looks like. The wind's certainly picking up tonight. At least this one model is keeping it between 25, 34 miles per hour. Close to that alpine area. Most likely we can basically come up with an average here, so getting close to 35 miles an hour in between, and the winds will stay strong as we go into tomorrow morning. One of the things about this model is that typically it's pretty conservative, so most likely the winds will be stronger as we go into tonight and early tomorrow morning. We'll keep an eye on everything, and I'll have more on what to expect across the county.
And it's also a race to save animals in the fire's path. Normally, people can bring pets with them to a shelter, but many hotels are not accepting animals. And ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco is joining us from Bonita, where rescued animals are staying right now.
These are just a few of the horses evacuated to the Bonita shelter, and right now this location is at capacity for large animals. Firefighters aren't the only ones racing towards the flames. These pictures show the daily rescue efforts of the San Diego Humane Society emergency response teams. They've been working around the clock to rescue animals, large and small, in the fire's path.
Working to try to support folks. We do have teams out in the field who are scouting in areas that may have been inaccessible for evacuation, so they're doing welfare checks on animals.
Dozens of those animals are now safely here at the animal shelter in Bonita. Volunteers taking care of horses, dogs, cats, goats, chickens, just to name a few of the animals rescued since the Valley Fire first erupted Saturday. Alma Pareda is grateful her dogs have a place to stay.
Pretty hectic trying to get what we can, rescue first your family, your pets.
The shelter in Bonita is still accepting small animals. Large livestock can be brought to the Iron Oak Canyon Ranch in Spring Valley. It is also near capacity. The county is working on securing a third location. In Bonita, Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
The Humane Society is asking for donations. It needs large black plastic water buckets, grass hay, alfalfa, wheelbarrows, pitchforks, feed for chickens and pigs. The items can be delivered to the Iron Oak Canyon Ranch on Campo Road in Spring Valley. And here's a look at the wildfires burning around the state. The Creek Fire near Fresno has scorched more than 143,000 acres. That's just in the past 4 days. At least 80 structures are destroyed. More evacuations are underway. CAL FIRE doesn't expect containment there until next week. The El Dorado fire in San Bernardino County is now slightly contained at 10,000 acres. And neighbors in Monrovia are preparing to evacuate the Bobcat fire. That's grown to nearly 9,000 acres in the Angeles National Forest. Stay with ABC 10 News for updates on wildfires across the state. You can have breaking news alerts sent right to your phone with the ABC 10 News mobile app.
The Senate will vote on a coronavirus stimulus bill as soon as this week. That is what Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is saying today. The bill includes $105 billion to help schools reopen, also a $300 per week supplemental jobless benefit, and money for child care providers, virus testing, and a vaccine. It also has protections against lawsuits for businesses. It is not expected to advance, though, with Democrats holding out for a larger aid package. Georgia's Secretary of State is looking into allegations of double voting. It's suspected that people submitted absentee ballots during the June primary and also voted in person. Secretary of State says that his office has identified about 1,000 cases of double voting. It is not clear whether any races have been affected.